it's Rachel from The Little Ring and Lamb, and today's a new Sam back to me. What's Rachel reading? Sorry I was going to say away, but I didn't post a video last weekend. I'm going to explain that a little bit later in this video. So first I'll talk about reading, I'll explain my absence last week, and the reason there was no Saturday video this week. I meant to post a video yesterday too, but I do not know I do know what's happening with my life. Yesterday I was just being irresponsible with my filming. That's the truth of it, but I'll explain last week in a moment. So I'm currently reading The Switch by Beth O'Leary, which I'm really excited to get further into. I'm currently on page 101, and I've been reading this quite slowly just because it's been kind of a busy week, but I'm really enjoying it. I loved The Flatshare, which was her first book. This is a standalone as well. And yeah, I'm 101 pages through. I'm not even 50% yet, but I'm really enjoying it. Definitely an interesting one. Sorry, I'm filming this on my iPad too, so it's a little bit hard to navigate when I'm trying to hold it in my hands. Anyway, the next book I'm reading is Dear Chronic Illness, compiled by Pippa Stacey, and I'm currently on page 47, and I'm really enjoying reading this. It's all basically letters, letters from people who have chronic illnesses to their chronic illnesses. So they're writing a letter like, oh, hi, fibromyalgia, hi this, hi that. And it's very interesting. I love hearing first person accounts, especially like looking into like research on chronic fatigue and like chronic conditions. I've just been enjoying not only like looking up medical accounts of invisible disabilities, but also reading first person accounts because I think they lend more and it makes it more human and less scientific. Like, if that makes sense, like you're not just like, oh, hear this symptom. You're hearing it and hearing and the experience being described to you, if that makes sense. Sorry, my words were a bit convoluted there. And then I'm reading The Star Wars Archives by Paul Duncan, and I'm currently on page 315. I'm not going to open it because, that flap, if you've seen my other videos, it's quite complicated. So I have just this little bit of the book left to go. I think I have about 200 pages. I didn't read much of Dear Chronic Illness or the Star Wars Archives this week, and this week I also finished The Good Lord Bird on, I believe it was Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday or it was Thursday afternoon. I can't quite remember. I'm going to put my iPad down so I stop shaking it. So if you see a black screen or fuzzy screen, that's just my iPad sitting on sitting on my bed. Anyway, so basically this past Saturday, I'll explain that first. I didn't get time to film a sit-down video. The last 2 weeks, we've actually had most days either I'm working or we've had construction going on in our house, and the construction is going on downstairs. So I hear a lot of noise coming up through the floorboards because we don't have ceiling tiles. So if somebody's talking underneath my room downstairs, I can hear it. And I never knew when the guy doing the construction was taking a break or anything, and I didn't want to pester. And then it was getting dark obviously at night, and I was just need to film the day or I kind of lose motivation to do so. So basically, just a background, I believe I talked about this summer. We were having a renovation. We were having our kitchen renovated because it's never been renovated. We did have it we did paint it years ago when I was a child, but it has been renovated. It was still pretty much most of the original fixtures. My house is the house I've lived in my whole life and still living in, was built in the 1950s. And then I've only ever had one bathroom, so we actually put in a full bath downstairs, and that had to be the room had to be constructed, everything. And the crew was just, the person they had do it did not have any experience. And we didn't use the shower down there because we're this looks dangerous. And thank God we didn't, because it was actually a hazard. The new person had to reconstruct the whole shower, retile everything. So it's finally going to be finished kind of in the next week it's going to be finished, but this has been going on since July. They took this long to find another crew to come here to fix the job. So the kitchen still has a few things that needs to be fixed, but it's functional, just touch-ups and stuff. But the bathroom has just been taking a while. We were promised to have it in August of 2020, then it was September, then October, then January, and it was just a bit crazy. We could use it as a half bath, which was at least good, but then nobody wants to go downstairs because it's not finished, and it's oh, what a trek. Then there's no soap down there. sorry for that long rant. So basically this week I couldn't film a sit down video. I do have plans to film some sit down videos this upcoming Friday for the following Saturday. Not next, but the one after that. Because all the construction is supposed to be done on Tuesday, probably latest Wednesday, but probably Tuesday. So the house will be back to kind of normal and I'll be able to do that. And then last Sunday I did film a video, but I felt that I got too personal on it and I was like, maybe I need to reel it back a bit. Then on Monday I talked about it with my mom and I told her kind of some of the stuff I said, and she said it was fine to post, but then I just was like doubting myself, so I didn't post it. And it's not that I don't want to be super honest and transparent, but sometimes I need to hold back a bit, which I have a problem with that because I feel very comfortable talking to everybody on my YouTube channel. It's a very supportive community. I feel like you guys are very understanding, so obviously I want to talk about the things. I also want this to be a document of what's been going on in my life so I can look at it in the future and it's kind of diary-esque. But I was like, maybe I went a little too far with my talking about certain things, but I will be talking about them in the future, probably in a separate video. And the other thing that's happened this week that has made my reading slow, well, not really this week, is I have something new I'm kind of doing with my routine. I'm currently been doing this new thing for 16 days, and I'm going to talk about it when I'm done a month. This new thing I incorporated in my routine. I think I'm going to do a quarterly favorites, and that's where I'm going to talk about it, or I'll make a separate video. But it's basically some stuff I'm doing for my health, and I've been really enjoying it. So that's kind of where I'm going to leave that. So it's made my reading a bit slower. And then last week was just wild with schoolwork. So I kept thinking to film a Bow Back to Me, and then I got later in the week and I was like, I'll just wait till Saturday and then talk to them because I'll be expecting a video. And then today came around, I was like, I definitely need to get this up today because I don't want to leave all of you hanging because I hate missing a week, but it happens here and there. And I had all the intention to do that, but then I had to really like monitor myself and what I was saying. So I hope you can all understand, but everything will come to light, obviously. I just think sometimes I jump the gun talking about certain things. It was nothing bad or negative. If anything, it was positive talk, but I'm just going to wait a little while. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm not going to be reading any more tonight because I'm just going to relax, but I hope to be, a good chunk of the way through the Switch by Thursday or Friday. This week is going to be quite busy again. Next week it should be a lot quieter. These past 2 weeks, last week and this week are supposed to be a bit crazier, but my goal is at least to have the Switch done kind of by Friday or Saturday this upcoming week, because I've only read one book this whole month and it is going to be the 15th tomorrow. So that's why I made my reading challenge lower this year, because even though I beat it by a lot last year, then I still have some wiggle room. I'm still way ahead of my reading goal. And I know I'm going to be finishing this Dear Chronic Illness and this book this month, so I'll at least have 3 books. But yeah, sorry for this very ramble chat. I'd love to hear how everybody else is doing. And yeah, once again, my apologies for those 2 videos, but I will make up for it, hopefully with some great content, and you'll think it's a makeup in your eyes. That is up to you because it's completely subjective. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.